Thank you for joining me. So, where did I leave off last? I had my surgery, my scar now. A lot has changed. My voice
has changed a little bit, but not much.
It gets a little hoarse.
I was not put on Synthroid right away. They did have to take out the whole entire thyroid. I believe I mentioned that in my last video. Or I may have talked about them possibly having to take out the whole entire thyroid. But they did have to take out the whole entire thyroid. I had some steri strips on for a few weeks until they crusted and fell off on their own. A couple of them were starting to lift, and it got really irritating. It still is kind of sore every once in a while. In the beginning, I had to cut some of my shirts. So that was a little bit of a nuisance. I had to do some stretching exercises because the surgeon said that they had to move some muscles to get to the thyroid. So the stretching exercises I'll show you, they kind of look a little ridiculous, but I still every once in a while have to do them because I'll get kind of sore, and the stretching actually does help, even though it looks really ridiculous. So bear with me. And for those of you who have had the surgery, you probably know what I'm talking about by these exercises. So here goes. Yeah. So that's the exercise. So I would do that mainly in the shower, and let the hot water kind of run down, and the steam hit. Thyroid helps with a lot of hormones. So I don't have a lot of those naturally anymore. So without being on the synthetic hormones that the Synthroid or the levothyroxine helps produce for my body now. Before that, my depression got really out of hand. I won't go into too much detail with that, but it got really out of hand, and my levels got really scary. Got really, really bad to where doctors were getting really worried about the levels. So some other doctors intervened and made the decision to put me on my synthetic hormones before I was able to start my cancer treatments, my radiation treatment. So I still have not had my radiation treatment. So I'm not cancer free. I still do have some cancer. It's been hard for myself and some of my family to deal with that. I won't lie, it's not easy on any of us. So it's been a journey for a lot of us. Now I'm going to be getting followed by 3 specialists. I'll be getting followed by a radio oncologist, an oncologist, an endocrinologist, along with my PCP. Tomorrow I'll be seeing the radio oncologist for the first time. So I'm not sure what all that details will be. But the oncologist says I won't have to see him hopefully for another 6 months. And then, but he did do a lot of blood tests, but he said they're mainly what the endocrinologist is testing for. So hopefully all of his tests are all clear and good to go. And he says I should be, after my treatments, I should be cancer free in 6 months. But I was a little confused because the endocrinologist had given me a diagnosis of the papillary carcinoma stage 2, but then when I saw my oncologist, he had given me the diagnosis of papillary carcinoma stage 4. So I did do my own research on it, and it did state online that stage 4 is when the cancer has moved from its original state into the lymphatic system, and that's when it reaches into your lymph nodes. So that's a question I will have for the radio-oncologist tomorrow, is just maybe some clarification on what exact stage my cancer is at, because they did say it did move to my lymph nodes, because they did find cancer in my lymph nodes that they removed. And if it is stage 4, normally that is pretty bad because it can move to other parts of your body. I did join a support group online, a couple of them, and a lot of people have talked about how their cancer moved to their lymph nodes and then it moved to other parts of their organs. So that part does scare me. There's a lot of risk factors with papillary carcinoma and the different stages, and if it metastasizes, probably not saying that word right. But yeah, so just following with a lot of doctors, taking a lot of medications, and just overall watching my health. I am going to be taking a trip to New York to visit my family. I will do some blogging about that trip because I'm really excited. I haven't been to New York since I was a little kid, so it's a new place, it's a new journey, it's a trip. So I'll do some blogging. I'm also going to be doing a layover in Chicago, so I'll do a little bit of videoing of that. Son has also been having to deal with my health also. It's not been that easy on him. But I'm very open about my health with him. He helps me out a lot too. He'd like to say hi. He's watching some TV right now though. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
It's my son. In this journey all together. Any questions that anyone has for me, go ahead, feel free. My alarm just went off for my meds, so I keep looking up because I have my iPad, which I'm using as my camera right now, hanging on my walker, so it's kind of awkward. I'm trying to look at the camera, but it's also hanging on my walker right now. That's another thing that's changed. I get really winded, so I use a walker a lot of times when I have to walk long distances. So anyways, yeah, like I said, my alarm just went off, so I have to take my medications. I take meds in the morning, afternoon, and night. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So I just wanted to do a quick check-in and let any viewers out there know that I'm still around. I just haven't been active, and I'm sorry. I'm going to be a little more active. I just was dealing with a lot of stuff since my surgery. It's been almost 3 months since my surgery, October 27th. was when I had my surgery. So, like I said, my scar, it's healing pretty nicely. Still a little sore. So yeah. Thank you for following me on my journey. And like I said, comment down below if you've got any questions. If there's content you want to see, comment below also. You can hit the bell if you'd like to be notified for when I post another video. I leave Sunday night for my trip. I'm not sure when I'll be uploading my trip video, but I will be vlogging it. So just keep your eyes out for that video. I'll also leave my Snapchat down below also because I'm very active on that. I'm also very active on my Twitter account. I'll leave that down there below also. And I'll also leave down my Instagram information because I'm also very active. I'm pretty active on Instagram as well. So yeah, follow me on any of those social media platforms and you'll kind of know what's up. See ya on the flip side.